Episode 149, Cloudflare blocking AI crawlers.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Cloudflare, a major internet infrastructure provider powering about 20% of global web traffic, has rolled out a significant policy change as of July 2025. It's blocking AI web crawlers from scraping content by default unless web owners explicitly permit them. This marks a turning point in the landscape of AI model training and content creator rights. Hello and welcome back to AI6, the podcast that demystifies AI in just 6 minutes a day and inspires you by others' experiences in our Saturday long listen episode. I'm Joanne Sweeney, your host. So by default, AI crawlers, which are bots used by companies such as OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and Meta, to collect content for large language models, are now being blocked from accessing any website using Cloudflare services unless permission is granted by the site owner. This shift means AI companies can no longer freely scrape huge swathes of the internet for data without direct consent or compensation for the content creators. The Cloudflare story is big AI news for 3 reasons. Well, firstly, it immediately reduces the amount of freely accessible web data for AI training. Since Cloudflare powers a large share of the world's websites, a major portion of public internet content is now off limits to AI by default unless explicit permission is given. This is forcing a fundamental change in how companies acquire data for large models. Secondly, it shifts economic power and control back to content creators and publishers. With mechanisms like pay-per-crawl and default blocking, creators can now decide who uses their work and potentially earn compensation, correcting the previous free-for-all era dominated by unconsented AI scraping. And thirdly, it signals a new era of AI industry regulation and sustainability. By using its infrastructure, Cloudflare has set a precedent, pushing the web towards a consent-based, permission-first model for AI data collection. And it's fair to say this likely will influence other infrastructure providers and potentially reshape AI business models industry-wide. We know that big AI companies have been under pressure, firstly from content creators and publishers, some of whom who have taken legal cases and decisions have yet to unfold there. They're getting increasingly frustrated with AI firms using their work, often in massive volumes, without consent or any compensation, and quite frankly, zero consideration for all their hard efforts. Until now, AI bots would often ignore robots.txt and scrape content freely, whereas search engines at least send some traffic back to the creator's website, allowing ad revenue. But now we're in the era of zero click with AI models, because guess what? They scrape the information. All of the information for your website appears in a window within the large language model, and you don't even need to click to the source's website. Cloudflare has positioned this change as necessary to safeguard a sustainable, free and vibrant internet that doesn't allow value extracted from creators to bypass them. And I really applaud them on this move. So how does the blocking work? Well, it's quite technical. In essence, new domains signing up for Cloudflare are prompted to allow or block AI crawlers as part of the setup process. Existing customers now have a one-click option in the dashboard to block all known AI bots, including those identifying as AI crawlers for training, inference, or search purposes. For known AI crawlers, Cloudflare uses advanced behavioral analysis and machine learning to detect even those attempting to disguise themselves by spoofing user agents. The new setting is permission first. AI companies must clearly declare their purpose and obtain explicit consent before crawling if they want to access for training, inference, or search. And they must specify which objective they're looking for. So this is going to have a big impact on big AI tech, on the industry, because Cloudflare powers about a fifth of the internet. Let's see how AI companies respond. Let's see how other internet providers respond. And what does it mean for the web? Well, hopefully it will empower creators and publishers and shift the balance of control and value equally. Maybe it will change AI business models and hopefully develop a sustainable digital ecosystem. So it's big news in AI this week. I'd love to know what you think. Are you a publisher? Are you a media outlet? Are you an author? Are you a creator? Do you welcome this news? Will you be moving over to Cloudflare because they have this option? I really want to know. So get in touch. Let's have a conversation. Come on and chat with me on the AI6 Long Listen. And if you enjoyed this show, I'd really appreciate it if you shared it with a pro that you know. I'm Joanne Sweeney. This is AI6. I will talk to you tomorrow.